Good morning. Let me tell you a little story. This is my third time recording this episode. I got up yesterday at 5 a.m., did my makeup really quickly. I was like, oh my gosh, like I have this great episode, yada yada. Let me sit down and get it out. Recorded the whole thing. Gorgeous. Loved the take. Then I sat down to edit and I realized that my mic wasn't on. Mm-hmm. Big, just like a dump on my chest. I was livid. And then I went, you know what? My hair really wasn't working properly. I didn't love the way that I looked on camera yesterday. And I said, you know what? It doesn't matter because we can just do it again. And we're here doing it again. I apologize. I don't know what accent that was. So, nevertheless, I do feel really good about today's episode. Why? Because currently, when you're listening to it, probably in August, but I'm recording this episode on July 27th. My show launches in 3 days. Episode 1 launches on my girl's birthday, 7:30, and I am officially 1 month ahead of schedule with my episodes and recording. Working in media, being a month ahead of schedule is the goal, often unmet, sounds a little unrealistic, and you're usually scrambling toward the end to get everything together and launched and aired and the production and all that. And the only thing that I like scrambled are my eggs, not my life. So we're going to keep this momentum going. I feel really good about it. Last night I was mocking up some merch because I just have been gagging over some of the merch ideas that I have. And I'm just so excited. Like, I really just want the merch for myself. And then you let me know if you like it. Like, I'll wear it in an episode. You tell me. I tried to record this episode in 1,000 different places. My kids are sleeping. Let me tell you something. Anytime you see me in front of this mic, my kids are probably sleeping because there is no way that I can function throughout my day without, even if my husband's home. And my husband is not one of those that sits on his ass and doesn't do anything with our kids. Parenting, you have to be 50-50. Really, in life, truly in life. And my husband is very involved. He's a very hands-on father. Does not matter. My kids don't give a flying fuck. They don't want him. They want me. So when they arise from their slumber, it is all me all the time, all day. And I love it. So whenever I'm sitting in front of this microphone, best believe I got up at 5 a.m. because this is passion, honey. Okay? And because I couldn't record it anywhere in my house because the moment, first of all, my husband's sleeping. Everyone in my house is sleeping. I couldn't record it in my bedroom because I botched it so bad yesterday. I was like, oh my God, I just want to get this recorded. I was going to record in my office. Then this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, like the ambiance in my living room is really cute. Let me record in my living room. Yeah, no, big no. However, I feel that that is propaganda that I'm falling for, being able to record anywhere in my house or anywhere in the world for my show and not feel so tied down to a background and a set. I don't know. How do we feel about that? I feel really good about that because it really just gives me this flexibility of being able to take my motherfucking microphone really wherever I want because my setup is very, very DIY. This is a DIY production that anybody can do. And I love it because I'm one person. I have my setup. I have my light that I got from TikTok shop. It's like $12. It's actually amazing. My backdrop really just speaks for itself. And you know what? Having a set recording spot is really, really nice and convenient, but I want to be able to record wherever I want. So that is propaganda that I am falling for. And we're going to keep on that because I see a lot of propaganda that I'm not falling for. But let me tell you the propaganda that I am falling head over heels for all the time. Taking time for myself with zero explanation. Mentioned before, I'm the primary parent. And so, like yesterday, for example, I said, you know what? I really want to take a bath, and I'm not a bath woman. I love a good shower. Baths really just kind of skeeve me out and they're a little disgusting. But yesterday I was like, you know what? I'm really feeling a bath with a glass of Prosecco, some chocolate, and my book and some music. And I was like, that is what I want. My brother gave me some bath salts that he made at his company. I was like, I want to try these out today. And so I just got up and I took a 40-minute bath. Of course, everyone was looking for me, but I just kind of disappeared. And that felt really, really good. Don't get me wrong, my children were pounding on the door. My daughter opened the door. She came in like, bitch, like, what are you doing? You taking time for yourself? Says who? My daughter's turning 2, by the way. Yeah. Okay. My daughter, I fear my daughter. My daughter's going to rule the world. I know every woman says that about their daughter, especially if she's the second born, but I don't think my daughter's going to have older daughter syndrome. My daughter's just going to have something. Some, something something that warrants her ruling everybody's world because she does it now and she's 2. Coffee in the morning, hot take. Coffee at night. Listen, coffee now does nothing for me. If there's a doctor who listens to this, maybe you can tell me if that's a detrimental thing for my health. But, oh my God, it's so fucking good. Are you kidding me? I put a shot of espresso in there. Like, what? Oh my God. It could be cultural. I'm not really sure, but I really just feel like coffee is infused in our bones and our blood. And it doesn't matter if I'm having a party and there are people sleeping in my house, because my family we still do that, adult sleepovers, absolutely. I don't care if it's a party that I'm having and people are leaving or they're sleeping at my house, there will be coffee and I have to keep the pot running. Because if I don't keep the pot running, I have a bunch of angry Puerto Ricans talking about where's the coffee? Is there any more coffee? Is there any more hot milk? Is there any sugar? Like, do we have creamer? I'm like a fucking Starbucks, okay? But that's anybody who's hosting. You have to have the coffee pot running at all times. Doesn't even fucking matter if it's the middle of the day. It could be 1 p.m. and the party just started. Someone's gonna want a cup of coffee. So I need my shit running. My baby girl's running overtime, my Ninja coffee maker, okay? Thank God I don't have one of those bougie ones where like I have to like grind my own beans because I will be there all day. There's just something about a cup of coffee before bed that warms me down to my belly and I just knock out. It just calms me. So, coffee in the morning, coffee at night, falling head over heels for. Watching shows, movies that I've seen 1,000 times and reacting to it like it's the first time I'm watching it. I do this so often. I think I read that it was like an anxiety thing or like a trauma thing, and I was like, doesn't fucking matter. I love it. I can rewatch The Office a million times. Now, those like The Office, Bob's Burgers, things that I can watch over and over again, Only Murders in the Building, those shows really don't warrant like, well, I don't know, because when I rewatch Bridgerton, I am clocking all the tea as though I've never seen the damn thing before. So, you know what? It doesn't really matter. There are movies that bring out a very significant amount of reaction from me. And if you didn't know me, you would have thought I never seen it before. Infinity War, Endgame, Black Panther, obviously for different reasons now. Rest in peace to my King T'Challa, okay? Chadwick. Um, Wicked, Wicked. Put on Wicked in front of me, and I am glued. Nothing else matters. I'm like, who's taking care of my kids? Doesn't matter. I'm fucking glued to that television, and I'm gonna belt out every song, even though I can't hit like out of the 5 high notes that she'll hit in a song, I could probably hit like 2, but I don't give a fuck. Okay. And then like when Elphaba's dad has like a heart attack, yo, I'm like reeling. I'm like, you deserve that shit. Mm-hmm. Get mad at me for that. Elphaba's father is absolute just. If she didn't come for him, if that heart attack didn't come for him, I was gonna come for him. Okay. If you didn't know me, you would be like, oh my God, is this your first time watching it? I'm like, no, I've seen it like 11 times. That's me. Absolutely. And it will never not be me. And you know what? Don't dim people's light that do that. Don't shut us down because then you're just a mood killer. Like, let me enjoy it. Leave me alone. Okay. This one's another one that's kind of like a hot take. Kind of using makeup until it runs out. Not until it expires. Let me tell you something. As an ex makeup junkie, do you really expect for me to take my $56 to $65 eyeshadow palette, limited edition Urban Decay Gwen Stefani collab, and throw it in the garbage because it's 12 months over the expiration date? Are you out of your mind? Okay. Another thing, I don't know. Listen, I love you, but the fact that you took the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation off of the shelves is actually blasphemous because I've had that foundation for 2 years. That was my special event foundation because I knew it was sold out everywhere and I was scraping the inside lining of that motherfucking tube. I was digging in spots that don't even exist in the tube to get some product on my face. That is probably one of the best foundations I've ever tried in my life. And if anyone has a close second, please comment and let me know because my whole world was shattered. That foundation was 2 years old, but I kept it, sliced her open, and was digging for scraps. If I don't hit pan, if I don't hit lining of the product bottle, it ain't going in the garbage. I don't give a shit if I've never even touched it. That Maleficent MAC collab, that eyeshadow palette, you wouldn't catch me dead wearing that eyeshadow palette. But that shit is still in my drawer, untouched. How old is Maleficent? Okay. And it's not going anywhere. That Riri collab, you know I still got that. The only thing I don't have is Riri Woo. If anyone has a hookup, please let me know and I will buy it. Doesn't matter how much it is. Riri Woo, I hit pan, lining. I was digging in the bottom of that lipstick tube for the rest of that product. I don't put none of her eyeshadows on my face. I don't even wear eyeshadow. Girl, I don't even have lashes on right now. Okay? I'm not throwing it out. I don't throw any of my makeup out unless it's absolutely like horrific and disgusting. And I think the only product that I have visually seen be absolutely awful over the expiration date is liquid lipsticks and mascara. Those are really the only two because the liquid lipstick kind of gets clumpy like the way hot paint would. And then mascara really does dry out. It does. It almost looks like chalk when you try to pull it out and then you try to put it on. It's just all clumpy and disgusting and it's got fallout everywhere. It's absolutely the worst. But dresses in every season, every season. Here's the thing. In the wintertime, the coat is the outfit if you have an outdoor event. The coat is the moment. I have 1,000 coats because the coat will always be the main piece. However, in the wintertime, if you are going to an event, probably 9 out of 10 times the event is going to have heat. So when you take off your jacket, you're not going to be freezing ice cold. So you can wear a dress. I also love maxi dresses in my house during the wintertime. I have the heat on. So, like, no, I'm not cold. Don't get me wrong. I love a pant. I love a sweat pant. I love a lounge set. But there's no time limit on wearing a dress and feeling cute in a maxi dress or like one of those floral maxi dresses. No, there's no limit. None. So stop. Changing my nails weekly. I do my own nails. And sometimes, depending on what I do to my nails, I'm not going to like it next week. The vibe that I'm feeling this week is definitely not the one I'm going to feel next week. So I will definitely drill it off and put an entirely new design on my nails because it makes me happy. And that's that. But that's because I do my own nails. Had I gone to a salon, no, 5 weeks, 5 weeks, and then I will go back. But, and this ties into my next propaganda that I'm falling for, I cut out all maintenance in my life. Any grooming maintenance, I cut it out except for my hair because somebody has to keep up with this bob and it most certainly is not going to be me. Absolutely not. And this color, no. I go to a scientist. You will never see me with a bottle of bleach in my life again. I turned my hair into rubber bands. Any hairstylists who are listening, you know exactly what I did. You know that it was an absolute monstrosity. So no, I don't touch my own hair. But my nails, my lashes, absolutely. I do all that at home. Will definitely change my nails out every week. Leading into my next thing, DIY queen. Yes. Are we going to make our own balloon arches? Yes. Are we going to do our own nails and lashes and maintenance? Yes. Are we going to design things from scratch and do it because someone else quoted us $1,000? Yeah, absolutely. We're going to do it. I love a DIY queen, and I love spending money where I know my expertise is absolutely just non existent. We love a DIY queen. Capsule wardrobe, 100% falling head over heels for. I am a creature of habit when it comes to my closet and my wardrobe. Actually, my girlfriend is coming over today for coffee. I can't wait to see what she wears. She puts together these gorgeous outfits. And not only is she the cutest thing, she's as cute as a button, but these outfits are so cute and they're so curated. Could never be me. I am so boring. So I need a really good set of jeans, leggings, a t-shirt, like bodysuits. Like I need something that's going to work for everything, every season, every body type. That is me. So I feel like my whole wardrobe is like a capsule wardrobe. You just have pieces that you can wear at any time, at any place. And the last thing that I am falling absolutely head over heels for is unfollowing accounts on social media that no longer serve you. I am very, very quick with the unfollow. Very quick. My favorite thing is the mute button. That's what we're going to talk about today is a digital detox from just the digital world and social media. I sometimes get into a headspace where I look at accounts on social media, even ones that I truly love, and I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm not on that vibe with you. I will unfollow these accounts. There are certain accounts where it depends on what I'm going through in my life, where I need a good laugh, I need like gamer content, I need cooking content, and I will follow a bunch of accounts that align with that. And then sometimes I fall out of those. I don't want to see this anymore, so I will unfollow. The thing about unfollowing accounts is like these are influencers that see an influx of follows and unfollows all the time. So those really don't hurt them. But if you start doing that to people that you know, it could get a little confrontational. That's when I don't do it. That's when I'm heavy with the mute button. Very heavy with the mute button. But overall, I feel like we need social detox. And that's detox from consumerism content. Like, I love those videos with like all the products and stuff. And believe me, I obviously know that is their job. That's the content that they make. That's how they make a living. And I love those videos. But sometimes it's just like, girl, ain't nobody got money for that. So you're telling me that I need 17 bougie items under $25. Leave me alone. And then I love the videos where they're like showing 1,000 different products and it's like consumerism's like final boss. It could be very overwhelming sometimes. And I think I need a detox from that. So I definitely do. There is such an unrealistic lifestyle that influencers live that we all know and we are very aware of those things. But overall, do I also want to be on a beach in Bali covered in makeup, floating in a pool of benefit and get paid $25,000 for a post? Absolutely. Who the wouldn't? Expenses all paid. I can bring my husband. Like, really, who wouldn't want that? But that's just not real life. That's your life. That's not my life. I think that that's where the disconnect kind of comes from when you have regular people that consume content and those that solely create the content. There are influencers that I love that are very heavily wealthy. And sometimes when I follow these accounts, it's very easy to like compare your situation to theirs. And it's also really easy to look at what they're doing and feel like you're not doing enough. And I really don't think that we need to put ourselves in that kind of headspace. We try our fucking best and we are doing everything that our body is capable of doing. We are putting out into the world everything that we are able to give. And so when we go on social media and we get this feeling that we're not doing enough, it is so detrimental to your mental health because you are doing enough and you are doing your fucking best and your best is fantastic. And you cannot look at all these people and use that as a self-reflection and say, I need to do more. Now, don't get me wrong, I look at these accounts and sometimes it does motivate me. Like there's an account that I love and she and I talk sometimes and she spends her summers in Europe and she buys all these, she buys this house and she does these big renos and she has all this money. She talks about her trading and I love that for her. She's a doll, she's an angel. And it's just like, yes, would I love that for myself? Absolutely. And sometimes I'm in a space where I'm like, so defeated because I'm like, I'm trying so hard, I'm working so fucking hard. Like, why do I still feel like I can't catch up? And then there are times where I look at her account and like I talk to her and I'm like, oh my God, this is the best motivation. Like, I'm hungry. So sometimes the same account can make you feel either way. And it's okay to like mute those accounts or like unfollow them for a little while to just get a reset and think, okay, now when I go back and I absorb that content, I'm in a little bit of a better headspace. And we can also detox from the accounts that are all aesthetic, no realism. Don't get me wrong, I love a good, clean, tidy house, but my house don't look like that. I think one of the reasons that people love Cardi B so much is just like she said in her song, like she'll show you all the lavish luxury that she lives and that she's able to afford, but she'll also come to you with her hair and her makeup fucked up, no nails, right? Like she will give you the very real, raw human side of her at the same time. So I feel like that's why a lot of people love her so much on social media. As a celebrity, I think that's why people love her so much. I love her so much. That realism that she brings, like she'll show you her house when it's fucked up. Like she'll show you her house that's covered in toys, her babies, like she'll show you all of the things along with the beautiful lavish luxuries that she has in life. Like someone like Nabella, right? She did those pockets of peace. And the purpose of that content is to give you moments of peace. Sometimes, though, it depends on who your audience is because sometimes those pockets of peace are the most unrealistic things I've ever seen in my life. It's like, baby girl, no one has that. Those are your pockets of peace. So if you're trying to bring other people peace, maybe we could throw, like, don't get me wrong, I love the vibe, I love the aesthetic, I love the production of it. That is her style. Love that. Like, you can find peace in your chaos. There's no chaos in her content. And so some like that's why I unfollowed her because I was like, girl, ain't nobody live like this. See you, bye. Don't that doesn't mean I don't like her. It's just I'm like, ain't like no one lives like this. Like if Charlize Theron don't live like this, and my girl's waking up at 5 a.m. to a messy house to get her kids ready for school and do her life and make movies, this is not real to this is not it to me. And so I just don't love it. It brings some people peace. For other people, it just reminds them of how privileged certain people can live, right? And so it's just a toss up, really. But if it doesn't serve you, unfollow it. Doesn't mean that you're not a fan, just doesn't mean that you don't want to see them. And that is completely okay. And I think that sometimes when we doom scroll, we then kind of come across accounts that don't really serve us. For example, women going through infertility and IVF. The thing is, you talking about fertility is going to take your algorithm and bring a lot of pregnancy into your feed as well. So a lot of women going through IVF, and I completely understand, like people don't want to see 16 different pieces of content talking about pregnancy and birth when they've waited 16 years to even see two lines on that little stick. So I absolutely understand. And so like it's really important to filter out your entire feed and just say, no, I'm not interested in this. I don't like this content. Da, da, da. And it's okay to do that. Like, it doesn't make you a bad person for not wanting to see the things that don't serve you. It's your phone. It is your phone. Like, you should not have to apologize for being like, I really don't want to see that right now. I'm going through infertility. I don't want to see a lot of pregnant women. Like, but it's okay to be happy for them. But also, too, you're looking at something that you want more than anything in this world. And it's a constant reminder of what you don't have. And absolutely, I believe that mind frame is everything. But at the same time, that doesn't mean it still doesn't hurt. So remove it. And I think that one of the best things that we can do, not only for social media and curating the things that we follow, unfollowing the accounts that we don't love, muting certain people that were like, oh, girl, I love you, but I really don't have time for your mouth right now. I am heavy with the mute button. I will mute, 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 and you can mute me too, bitch. Mute me. If you don't want to see me, talk to me, hear my voice, go ahead and mute me. I do not take offense to it. Do it. I'm very heavy with the mute button. So if you don't see my face in your feed, but I'm still following you, it's because I muted you, bitch. And I say that with love. I muted you with love. Sometimes for our own sanity, you need to log the fuck off. Don't delete the app. Let's not get crazy and start deleting things or deleting accounts, but just log off. Put the apps in a folder that you know you're not going to look at, turn off the notifications, and take a couple weeks off. I love people that go on a digital detox and they just disappear. I didn't do that. I decided to let everybody know, like the cringy woman that I am. I was like, I'm gonna go on a break. Like I'm some influencer that people are gonna miss. And I went on like 2 to 3 weeks of just no social media because One, Onyx Storm had come out and I didn't want to see any of the videos that people were posting. Another thing too is I was in the middle of buying this house and so I was going through a lot, and the last thing I wanted to do was absorb all this stupid shit that I was seeing on social media, even if it was from accounts that I really love. I didn't want to absorb anything other than my reality, and so I just disconnected from it entirely. And honestly, it was so freeing and it was so amazing. And when I went back on, I was like, no, cool. I got my life. I got my, like I felt so much better and I felt so much more reconnected to myself. So sometimes you need to log the hell out. You can do it for a couple weeks. I like to do it through blocks in my day as well. People always ask me like, how do you get everything done in a day? I time block. So like I time block filming my show. It's 7:32 in the morning right now. If I have time to journal in the morning cuz my kids are sleeping, I time block breakfast, meditation, working my career, doing things for my show, writing my book. Like I time block everything. And so there are times that I time block that I do have, like focuses on that mute all of my notifications and social media platforms. So you can do a digital detox throughout your day for an hour here, an hour there. Don't go on TikTok before 9 a.m. Like, do different things. Instead of waking up in the morning and grabbing your phone, maybe you can do a little gratitude when you're laying in bed. Just look up at the ceiling. Like, there are so many things that we can do before grabbing our phone, and adding those moments of a digital detox throughout our day is really healthy in keeping that balance of social media reality and then reality, because it's not about disappearing or it's not about avoidance. It's really just about sitting with your current situation in your reality and saying like, okay, I need to put my motherfucking phone down and look at what's going on around me. I'm with my kids, I'm making bread. Like, there are so many things that I do when I put my phone down. You know what I hate the most is when I wake up at 5 a.m. and instead of doing the things that I want to do, I'm fucking doom scrolling, and then I look up and it's 7:30. Like, bitch, you were scrolling for 2 hours. What did you gain? Nothing. I love doing it before bed. I get my ASMR videos in, and then I'm asleep. Doing it in the morning, absolutely like the worst thing. I hate it. Listen, there's a lot of outside noise in your life without your phone. Girl, put your phone down and look at everything else around you. I guarantee you're going to be like, wow, this is very overstimulating. And that's why some people do resort to going on their phone, because it is a little bit of an escape. But sometimes that could be very overstimulating as well. And I think sometimes we just need a break from everything. It's the age that we live in is very high digital, very high tech. It's a little unrealistic to completely just unplug for weeks at a time. But there are so many different things that we can do, like you taking breaks throughout your day or detoxing for a day or detoxing after work. It really makes you less hyper dependent on your phone and going on social media. When TikTok went dark, because it was like being removed and banned from the United States, I don't think I've ever seen a crash out. I don't ever think I've seen a national crash out before, like since COVID. And like, you saw who got elected. People were collectively losing their minds when TikTok got banned for 24 hours. They were going on the app and then they were seeing a black screen and then they were recording their reactions to it and then posting those on Instagram talking about what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And I'm like, bitch, put the phone down. Just put it down for a second. Like, it's okay. Like, it's not going to be, I get it, especially you with those of you with like 40 million, 100 million followers. I get it. Total blow, okay? But just put the damn phone down. I knew it was going to come back. I was like, okay, this is a little bit alarming. It's just TikTok. And it really just reminded me of how absolutely crazy people get over social media and like the need to not only go on and consume, but the need to go on and post. It doesn't matter what it is. Like TikTok, people could post anything on TikTok. And I, don't get me wrong, certain things I love, but other things I'm like, you couldn't have just kept that in your drafts. Like, there are certain things you can keep in the drafts and they can live there forever and no one's gonna miss out on anything. Even that was a total reality check on we need to filter out the noise. And so, like, whether it's a weekend without social media, whether it's a day without checking your emails, again, it's kind of hard because a lot of us and our jobs, they're very heavily focused into tech. The day and age that we live in now is a tech age. Like, it is what it is. Like, we're in a digital world. I work remote. There's no way that I can remove myself from emails for a day or not check my phone or social media. So that's why for me, I do time blocks. Certain detoxes I do, certain detoxes I don't do. I don't check my work emails during the weekend. You can miss me with that shit. Unless I'm working an event or an award show, leave me alone, right? So there are little ways that we could do detoxes rather than just going cold turkey and feeling like, oh my God, it's like a shock to the system. Another thing that you could do is just mute, like I said before, mute everything for a few hours throughout your day. Every little moment of detox that you do counts. You're really not missing out on much. I promise. It's all going to be there when you get back. When you log back on and you see all these notifications and shit, the noise will be there when you get back. It's just about silencing it for a few hours so that you could get back to you. In the morning, instead of just like grabbing our phone and looking at social media and absorbing and like looking at what everybody's doing. It's so funny. I was talking to my husband yesterday and he was like, I didn't have a social media until I was like 17. He was like, because I was just like, why do I need to know what everybody's doing in their day? And his first status at 17 was like, if you're reading this, then you're too nosy. And I was like, Victor, that's not the way, like, he was like, yeah, but that's how my brain thought. And it's really funny because it's like there are people that are very nosy. People have Finsta accounts just to keep an eye on other people's accounts. You don't need to be that invested in anybody's life. And so maybe when you do find yourself very heavily invested and engrossed in certain things, maybe it is time to take a break. For example, when I found myself digging very deeply into the destiny swapping of Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber and the witchcraft involved in that, I went, yeah, it's time for me to take a break because there's no reason that I should be this invested in Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez. No. Even if it is a destiny swap, even if I do feel like I am a witch, there's no need for me to do this. This is not where my energy should be invested in. So I was like, let me turn this shit off. And I didn't look at my phone for the rest of the day. Do you know how much I love not looking at my phone? Like, my husband will call me 8 times and he'll be like, I called you, I called you. And I'm like, I don't know where my phone is. Losing my phone in my house is probably the best thing in the world because not only can I not absorb a lot of things, no one can reach me. That's a big one. Sometimes it's not about disconnecting from the noise that you're absorbing, it's about disconnecting from the noise that is trying to reach you. I love not finding my phone. I love when my phone just falls underneath the couch and I don't hear shit. I love when my phone falls in between the cushions of my couch and then my phone dies. My favorite. Absolutely love it. Because you can't get in contact with me at all. That feeds my soul very differently sometimes. And when I lose my phone, I'm noticing I do things. Like I notice that I'm more present with my kids. I'm a little more focused on work. I'm able to like do more in my day because I'm not so much on my phone. And the problem is that for work, sometimes I have to go on my phone and look at things. And then I end up doom scrolling and I'm like, bitch, you're working. When we're doing a digital detox, we need to find the things that bring us joy and make us feel good. So my biggest thing is journaling. Like I said, I'm a little witchy and I'm very heavily into my manifesting, my prayer, my relationship with God. I do all that in the morning. So sometimes before I'm even looking at my phone, I will come into my office, I pull my cards, I listen to my healing chakra music. I have a whole thing. So whether you believe it or not, it doesn't really matter. This is what I do, this is what I love to do, and it makes me feel good. And I've manifested my whole life down to the age. Another thing I love, going outside. I love touching my plants, going to the girl, you could just go outside and look at the sky. You don't even have to do anything. Just be one with Gaia and just live in her presence. Don't look at anything digital. Just touch some grass. It will do you wonders, I promise. Reading has changed my life. I don't even know if I need to say anything else. You could, whatever book you want to read, it could be a self-help book, it could be a smutty romance, it could be a romantasy, a thriller, a psychological thriller. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. But if you do need book titles that will transcend you into another universe, Here's a couple of them. If we're going to do psychological thrillers, a good one to go into is The Silent Patient. I love The Guest List by Lucy Foley. Um, The Silent Patient is by Alex Michaelides. I'm looking at my titles right now. Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. Luckiest Girl in the World, which is a Netflix movie as well with Mila Kunis. That book, Luckiest Girl in the World by Jessica Knoll. Very, very amazing. If you want something that's going to make you sob to the point where you don't have any tears left, A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara, another fantastical one. If we want to get into the realm of fantasy, Quicksilver. Okay. And that's by Callie Hart. You could do Fourth Wing. Onyx Storm was a good 2 for me. Iron Flame is a 3. Fourth Wing is a 5 out of 5. Obviously, all of ACOTAR. I don't need to say anything else. Lightlark is very good as well. I'm trying to look at my titles like as I'm telling you some of these books that I have. If you want something a little different, Lessons in Chemistry, gorgeous, and that is by Bonnie Garmis. That's another one that I love so much. I'm trying to find another title that I absolutely swear by. Anything by Frida McFadden, gorgeous, quick, very fast pace. Love the twists that she takes you on. Spark of the Everflame. Those are just a couple titles that I really love. Um, Another one that is like a total mind fuck. That it's a pretty good book. It's The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. So those are some books that you can get into if you want to start reading and completely just like transcend yourself into another world. Another thing that I do, I love to move my body. And I move my body by dancing with my kids, chasing my kids, going up and down the steps with my kids. My kids keep me very active. Not as active as I want to like bring me to the body size that I want to be, but nevertheless, I love dancing with my babies. That is like my jam. And I feel better. I feel free. I sweat a little bit and I do not look at my phone. And I could give two shits what's going on in the outside world because my whole world is right in front of me, dancing. You could call someone instead of texting. What I love lately, and I never thought I would be this person because I actually never loved the idea of this, is a voice note. I am quick with a voice note now. When people would send me a voice note, I'm like, girl, why are you trying to call me? But you're not calling me, but you're not texting me either. And now at 30, I've learned to love a voice note because you get that connection of a call because you're hearing their voice, but you get that rapid fire of a text message and you don't get the tie down of having to answer them back. You know what I'm saying? Like when a conversation just drops off through text message, you can kind of just like leave it there. Same thing with a voice note. Like you don't have to answer back. Or you can answer back with a text, which is chef's kiss. Because when the conversation lulls on the phone, you're kind of like, okay, I'm see you later, bye. But a voice note is that beautiful, happy medium for me. I love a voice note. A lot of people don't feel this way about themselves, which is really interesting. Do something creative. Creativity doesn't necessarily mean what you believe it to be. Creativity could be in the form of building Legos, writing, make a bread. The serotonin boost that I get after I make a fine looking crunchy on the outside, beautiful golden brown, beautiful fluff on the inside bread, 10 out of 10. Make a bread. Flour, water, yeast, salt. It is amazing, even if you just eat the damn bread. Put your phone down, don't look at it. Put the bread in the oven, let the aroma waft throughout your house. It just feels so good. Paint something, create a new dance. Girl, talk to yourself. Pretend that you're in a fucking, a speech. Do some acting. You have creativity lingering everywhere. You can draw out plans for something in your house. Look up design. There are so many creative outlets that you can indulge in. And sometimes when we have a block like that, or when we just need to release, I don't really need a physical outlet. I'm not a physical kind of person. I need more of a creative outlet, a podcast, or editing photos or writing a book or doing a painting or building a Lego. like, like there are so many different creative outlets that you can indulge in that just make you feel really good and you do it for yourself. You know, another thing to do for yourself is to clean your house. Clean your house for you, not for the aesthetics, not for anyone coming over. Just clean your house. I am someone that has like, I do like trauma cleaning or like angry cleaning. But sometimes when I just want to tidy up my house, I'm like, no, this is my home. I'm proud of my home. I love my home. And to pour into your home is something that's really, really rewarding. And so just tidy up your home, do the dishes. You know, you can cook yourself a nice meal, clean up afterward, and you sit on the couch, you light a candle. Like the candle after the clean is just like the cherry on top. And it is just so rewarding, so much more rewarding than doom scrolling on your phone. A big thing for me, meditation and prayer. Like I said, I have my morning ritual of like journaling or what have you. The meditation and prayer fall in that in the morning. But if you feel like that's too much for you to do in your morning, you can do journaling and prayer in the morning, and then you can meditate before bed. You can meditate and pray in the morning, and then you can journal before bed. You can split it up so that you don't have to do everything during the day or like in the morning. I like the morning because I like to try to do things before my kids wake up, just so that I have that moment that's just a semblance of peace and control in my day. So sometimes it can get a little bit overwhelming when you are just getting started into meditation and prayer, what have you. So I would split it throughout your day or just split it one in the morning and one at night. And then you can kind of feel very balanced. And the last thing that you can really do is absolutely nothing. You can be bored, sit in that boredom. You can absolutely just sit on the couch, don't put on TV, don't look at your phone, don't even read a book, and just sit with your silence, sit in your boredom, because sometimes out of the silence and out of the boredom come all these wonderful and great ideas. My version of doing nothing is rocking my daughter to sleep when she needs it because I don't really grab my phone. I'm not really engaging in anything. The only thing I'm really doing is like singing to my daughter, but I was rocking her to bed the other day and I noticed that I was getting some really great ideas for the show. I was getting some really great ideas for topics and just like lines and things like that. And so, don't get me wrong, sometimes rocking your kids to sleep is a little bit boring because you're not really doing anything and you're kind of just in your own head. But I decided to use that time and say, you know what, let me sit in this and let me just think about things. I prayed. So it's just like sometimes when you do nothing, you kind of end up doing some of the things that are on this list. So it's okay to unplug. It's okay to remove accounts that don't follow you. It's okay to unfollow them and then refollow them again when you kind of feel like you're in a better headspace to absorb their content because you are a fan of this person. It's definitely okay to mute some people that you're kind of like, I love you, but I don't really need to see this much of you right now. It's okay to do that. And I think that when we curate our algorithm on our phones and social medias, I think we need to kind of apply that same practice in life. You can curate an algorithm in your life to absorb and consume the things that you want to that bring you joy and to completely filter out what you don't like. Filter out the things that bring you into a negative headspace. Filter out the things that do not bring you joy. You are the main character of your life. So there is nothing that you have to apologize for in terms of cutting out the things that no longer serve you, only consuming the things that bring you joy, and just moving forward with that. And that goes with social media, career, relationships. That kind of goes for really everything in your life. And it is never, never something to feel guilty about when you are curating what you need in your life that is only going to serve you. And that is all for today's episode. If you cannot get enough of me the same way I cannot get enough of you, go ahead and do me a favor and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. If you are watching us on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe and click all the buttons and the notifications and do all the things. And make sure to follow us wherever you get your podcast so that you can remain untamed, uncensored, and always unapologetic. I'm your host, Kaya Burgos, and I will see you next week.